The following program originates live with the NBC television network.
NBC Sports presents the 1965 World Series. From Metropolitan Stadium in Bloomington, Minnesota, the Los Angeles Dodgers meeting the Minnesota Twins. Brought to you by
Chrysler Canada Limited and its dealers who sell Imperial, Chrysler, Dodge, Plymouth, Valiant, Dodge and Fargo trucks from Chrysler Canada Limited.
And by
the Gillette Safety Razor Company, maker of the slim, adjustable razor. The Gillette Super Stainless, the totally new Gillette Super Stainless blade. Foamy, the cream of all instant lathers. Right Guard spray deodorant and new Heads Up hairdressing for men.
Sixth game of this 1965 World Series. To thank you for using their products, Gillette and Chrysler also present for your pleasure the All-Star Baseball game, NCAA football, and the 1966 Rose Bowl game over most of these same NBC stations. This game is authorized under television rights granted by the Commissioner of Baseball, solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Commissioner is prohibited. Any commercial or other use of the program, such as by charging admission for its showing, is similarly prohibited unless authorized in writing by the Commissioner. Metropolitan Stadium today, the scene of perfect baseball weather. If you're visiting the stadium for the first time, it is 344 feet to the power pole in left. In the power alley in left center, 365. To straightaway center field, 430 feet. To the power alley in right center field, it is 365. And to the foul pole in right, 330 feet. The weatherman tells us that by mid-game today, it'll be about 60 degrees as Jim Mudcat Grant starts for the third time in this series, and his mound opponent, the left-hander who has already shut out the Twins one time in the series. Grant, incidentally, has won one and lost one in the series as a starter. In the regular season, won 21 and lost 7. And Jim Grant had this to say about pitching on 2 days' rest.
The only thing about pitching with 2 days rest is sometimes you might be a little sharper. Sometimes you might pitch with 5 days rest, and you might not have anything at all. The only thing that you are concerned with is have the muscles completely gotten over the soreness. Can you get the bad blood out that you've damaged while you're pitching 6 or 7 innings 2 days before?
His opponent today, left-hander Claude Osteen, who not only righted the Dodgers after the Twins had won the first 2 games of the series, but Osteen launched the Dodgers to what is now a 3-game winning streak as he blanked the Twins on 5 hits. In a brilliant effort at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, the score of that game was 4-0. The starting lineup for Minnesota. It'll be the same as faced Osteen when he pitched before. Versailles at short, Zoilo Versailles. Joan Masick in center. Tony Oliva in right. Harmon Killebrew, the cleanup batter, plays at third. Earl Batty will catch and bat in the number 5 spot. Bob Allison is in left field, batting number 6. The first baseman, Don Mencher, bats number 7. At second base, again, will be Frank Quillisi. And the pitcher, 1-1 in the series, 21-7 in the regular American League season, right-hander Jim Mudcat Grant. The color guard is poised in the outfield. The national anthem will be played again by the Ralph Mendenhall Band. So far as we know, there will be no official throwing out of a first ball today. In the first two games here at Bloomington, Minnesota, Vice President Hubert Humphrey threw out the ball on opening day. Governor Carl Rovog of Minnesota was scheduled to throw out the ball on the second day, but because of inclement weather, the Commissioner of Baseball, Ford Frick, decided that there would be no ceremonial throwing out of the first ball. Another capacity crowd in attendance today. Temperature about, by the time the game is in the middle innings, should be about 60 degrees. The wind should be no factor, and the weatherman tells us there will be no precipitation. The umpires are coming out to position at home plate. At the plate today will be Ed Vargo of the National League, manager Sam Mealy, and still not a father for the fifth time. I guess we should add that. Manager Walt Alston, represented by his captain, brilliant shortstop Maury Wills. Ed Vargo at home plate, Ed Hurley of the American League at first, Tony Benson of the National League at second, John Flaherty of the American League at third, and on the foul lines will be Ed Sudol down the left field line of the National League, and Bob Stewart of the American League will be down the right field line. This sixth game of the 1965 World Series is being brought to you from Metropolitan Stadium in Bloomington, Minnesota.
Your Chrysler Canada dealer presents Hit Parade for 66, a lineup of cars that are bound to lead the parade. Exciting Chrysler. Move up. Enjoy the Chrysler way of life. Big Dodge. Dodge gives you more than ever before. More size, more comfort, more pride. It's a lot more car for your money. Swinging Coronet by Dodge. Coronet's a new idea from Dodge. Plymouth, twice the Tiger for 66. There's the hot new Belvedere, a smart new Sizzler from Plymouth. Then there's a big new Plymouth Fury. Nothing goes like Fury. Spirited Valiant. Nobody beats Valiant for value. See them all now at your Chrysler Canada dealers during Hit Parade 66.
Here now, the voice of the Los Angeles Dodgers to take you from now through the first half of this ball game, Vin Scully.
Thank you, Ray, and hi, everybody. John Kennedy in the windbreaker walking the length of the Dodger dugout, the exchange of batting cards, and here are the names on the Dodger card. Wills leading off at shortstop. Gilliam hitting second at third base. Willie Davis in center field batting third. Ron Fairley in the cleanup spot against a right-hander. Lou Johnson in left field. Wes Parker at first base. John Roseborough behind the plate. Dick Trasuski at second base. Jimmy Lefevre still unable to come back to the starting lineup. And Claude Osteen, the pitcher. The Marine Corps color guard out on the grass behind second base. The umpires have taken their positions, and we're not sure whether the Twins will take the field prior to the anthem or not. So there's a lull in the proceedings here at Metropolitan Stadium. It is a beautiful day in Minnesota. The temperature right now, 54 degrees, just about a zephyr to call the wind at 5 miles an hour out of the south. The crowds at Metropolitan Stadium for the first game, they had 47,797. The second game, they had 48,700. And I'm sure the crowd would be right around those figures again today. Just to refresh your memory, here are the scores of the series. In the first game, of course, Minnesota 8, the Dodgers 2. Grant the winner, Drysdale the loser. Second game, Minnesota 5, the Dodgers 1, Cott the winner, Koufax the loser. In the third game, the Dodgers 4, Minnesota nothing, Osteen the winner, Pasquale the loser. In the fourth game, 7-2 Dodgers, Drysdale over Grant. The fifth game, 7-0 Dodgers, Koufax over Cott. And now the crowd standing for our national anthem. pause briefly for station identification. Both clubs might very well check history and be comforted by it. When the Dodgers lost the first two games of the series, they knew that other clubs, notably the Brooklyn Dodgers of 55, had lost the first two games of the series and still won. And the Minnesota Twins, having lost 3 in a row, can be comforted by knowing that no team in World Series history has ever lost the first two games and come back to win 4 straight. Waiting for the Twins to take the field, the Marine Corps color guard just now leaving through the exit gate in right center. In a moment, they'll be up and at 'em. The 6th game of the World Series with Jim Grant and Claude Osteen. Grant working on 2 days' rest. And now Minnesota takes the field. We'll take a look at the Twins defensively. That's Don Mincher at first base, Frank Quillisi at second, Zorlo Versailles at short, Armin Killebrew at third, Bob Allison in left, Joe Nossick in center, Tony Oliva in right, Earl Batty behind the plate, and Jim Grant making the long walk in from the bullpen, protecting his right arm. Danny Ozark coaching at first. Preston Gomez at third for the Dodgers. Both starting pitchers warmed up in the bullpen. They are both now heading towards the infield. Grant to the mound and Osteen towards the dugout. It is interesting to note that as Grant makes his way to the mound, the Twins' bullpen is busy. And down in the Minnesota bullpen is left-hander Jimmy Merritt. So Grant received the simple instructions from Sam Neely, who said succinctly, throw as hard as you can for as long as you can. And Jim Merritt is backing him up in the bullpen. What are the Dodgers' thoughts prior to the 6th game of the World Series? Well, here's what the captain said, Maury Wills.
Our club's mentally is up for this game. We're confident that we can win it now. We only have to take 1 out of 2. And we just feel great, and we're not overconfident. I don't think we'll be swinging for the fences here in Minneapolis. We'll be trying to play our regular game like we played back in Los Angeles.
Maury Wills, Jim Gilliam, and Willie Davis leading it off against Mudcat Grant. Wills, top hitter in the series. He has the most hits, 10.
For the Los Angeles Dodgers, number 30, shortstop, Maury Wills.
The corners are up. Both Killebrew and Mincher are looking for the bunt. Wills, 10 hits and 22 at-bats, and he's picked up 3 RBIs in the series. And Jim Grant, ready to go to work. He's 1-1 in the series. Fouled away. Back at the Dodger dugout in the crowd. 0-1. And that baseball, oddly enough, landed in amongst the Dodger wives. Oh, 1 to Maury Wills. Breaking ball fouled away. 0-2. So the fastball and the curve, and Wills in a hole. 0-2. To repeat, left-hander Jim Merritt is loosening up in the bullpen for the Twins, just in case. Little tapper to Mincher. Donald tagging going by. Here's third baseman Jim Gilliam. He has 4 hits in the series. One out, first inning, no score. Fastball fouled away. Breaking ball and a fly ball into shallow left center. Bob Allison is calling. So the pattern has been the same for the first 2 hitters. Grant has started them each with a fastball and come back with the curve. 2 out, and here is Willie Davis. Willie has 6 hits in the series. As relaxed as ever. Killebrew in on the grass, but Mincher is back. Breaking ball, whacked foul down the line and out of play. So it's the first time that Grant changed the pattern and started the hitter with the breaking ball. And Willie was guessing curve and pulled it too much. Another curve, hit the straightaway center. Nossick is there. That'll do it. So the Dodgers are out in order, and at the end of the first half inning, the Dodgers nothing, the Twins coming up.
Get more. Get a lot more. Get a lot more car for your money. Get Dodge for 66. Get Dodge for 66. Dodge!
Dodge goes like the wind, with 440 cubic inches of scorching V8 power. Dodge corners like it's on rails. Dodge rides like velvet on a road-smoothing 121-inch wheelbase. Dodge is a very exciting car. Thrill to Dodge soon. It's a lot of cars.
Get Dodge!
It's the most car in the popular price field.
Get Dodge for 66.
Wes Parker at first, Dick Tracewski at second, Maury Wills at short, Jim Gilliam at third, Lou Johnson in left, Willie Davis in center, Ron Fairley in right, Johnny Roseboro behind the plate, Claude Osteen on the mound. Coaching at first, Jim Lemon. Over at third, Billy Martin. For the Twins, Zoilo Versailles, Joe Nossick, and Tony Oliva. Versailles, a standout for the Twins in the series, has 6 hits and 4 RBIs. And he has sparkled in all departments. Zoilo Versailles. Claude Osteen shut out the Twins, so he's 1-0 in World Series competition. He beat Camilo Pascual 4-0. Line drive, base hit to right field. Fairley gets it back in. And the Twins try to come back in a hurry. Center fielder Joe Nossick with 4 hits. So Versailles, always a threat to go, held on by Parker. And Gilliam up inside the bag at third. Strike. Claude Osteen, as the fates would have it, won his first major league game here at Metropolitan Stadium in Bloomington. He was as a member of the Washington Senators. It was in the tail end of the 1961 season. Oh, 0-1 to Joe Nossig. Watching Messiah. Zorro has one stolen base in the series. Osteen won 15 and lost 15 during the regular season. One and one. One and one to Joe Nossig. Messias at first. Nobody out. First inning, no score. Ground ball backhanded by Osteen. To Wills, they get one. To Parker, double play. And that is the sixth double play turned in by the Dodgers against the Twins. What is Claude Osteen's game plan and his pitching philosophy today? Here's what he said before the game.
Well, today I plan to pitch my regular ball game. I'm not going to change anything that might be drastic. I know I've had an undefeated season against these guys for about 3 years, and it is a difference in the ballpark here. I know in L.A. we have the bigger fences and everything, and the playing area is much bigger, but I'm just going to try and go out there and forget about the ballpark, forget about my past record against the ball club, and pitch the very same way that I've pitched all year. And I think we'll have a great chance.
Tony Oliva with the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Tony has 3 hits in the series, 2 RBIs. And I believe for the first time in the series has finally discarded that golf glove. 1-1. Two out, first inning, no score. 6th game of the World Series. The Dodgers have won 3, the Twins have won 2. One and one to Tony. Ground ball, just foul. Foul by inches outside of third. 1-2. Oliva was jammed. Fastball in on the hands. He didn't get around on it, but he came within a couple of inches of an extra base hit. Claude Osteen, who more or less was in the shadow of Colfax and Drysdale all year, trying to do something they could not do, beat the Twins twice. All the way to the backstop, 2-2. To Tony Oliva. 2 out, first inning, no score. Dodgers went out in order. Versailles singled, but Nossig hit into a double play. Ball 3. Well, he's still trying to crowd Oliva, and he's gone all the way. Big man on deck, Harmon Killebrew. Ground ball to the hole, base hit. So for Tony Oliva, his 4th hit of the series, the Twins' 2nd hit in the first inning, and here is Harmon Killebrew. Harmon has 5 hits in the series. 2 runs batted in. One of the 2, of course, on a home run. Goldstein here in the first inning is not nearly as sharp as he was in Los Angeles, where he was able to keep the ball down consistently. He's been up. He's fighting control. Two balls and no strikes to Harmon Killebrew. Tony Oliva at first base is a threat to go in the sense that he has stolen 19 bases, but with 2 out, you wonder if the Twins would let him run and perhaps deprive Killebrew of a chance to swing. Strike. Fastball at the knees, 2-1. Two out, first inning, no score. Ground ball to Gilliam, big hop. He goes the short way to Tracewski. No runs, 2 hits, a man left. And the score at the end of 1 inning of play, the Dodgers nothing, the Twins nothing.
If you like your excitement big and beautiful, meet your kind of car. Chrysler Sport 300. This is the Chrysler that's as young as you feel. This is the Chrysler that was designed for the adventuresome. Chrysler Sport 300 is all action. Action up front with a screaming 440 V8. Action in motion with precise cat-quick handling. Sport 300 is a new breed Chrysler for a new breed of man. Perhaps you, perhaps now. Move up. Thrill to and enjoy the Chrysler way of life. See the spirited Chrysler Sport 300, the easy-to-own Windsor, or the luxurious New Yorker at your Chrysler dealers now.
We're waiting for the battery of Grant and Batty to get out there, and while we have a chance, just a reminder, we take so many good things in life for granted. You know, baseball's place in the American sports scene is unique in many ways. No other sport spends anywhere near as much money in helping the youth of America enjoy the benefits of playing its game. And through the various clubs, the offices of the 2 leagues, and the commissioner, over $500,000 is expended on local and national youth programs in the course of a single year. And today, there are over 400 professional players attending college on scholarships provided by their respective teams. Second inning, no score. The Dodgers will have Ron Fairley, Lou Johnson, and Wes Parker against Jim Grant, who set them in order in the first inning. Jim Merritt, threw back of him in the first inning, is no longer throwing.
Number 6, right fielder, Ron Fairley.
Ron Fairley has 8 hits in the series, 5 RBIs, hit a home run. Ball 1, breaking ball. So Jim Mudcat Grant comes back for the 3rd time. Breaking ball, hits the center, Nossick is there. 1 away.
Batting first, number 41.
Lou Johnson, with 1 out in the second inning, no score. Lou has 6 hits, 3 RBIs. Little human interest story. Before the game, he had a baseball which had been hit by Harmon Killebrew in Dodger Stadium, and with 55,000 people there, Lou Johnson's son caught Killebrew's ball. Ball 1. And Lou was ordered by his son to get Harmon Killebrew's autograph on the ball, which he did before the game. Breaking ball over. 1-1. One out, second inning, no score. Nice breaking ball. Jim Grant throwing all curveballs to Lou Johnson. 1-2 to count. Fastball hit off the fist's little foul, and Mincher gloves it. So after looking at so many off-speed curveballs, Grant then jammed Johnson with the fastball. 2 out, and here is Wes Parker. Wes has 5 hits in the series, a run batted in. One ball, no strikes. Killebrew plays Parker in on the grass. Mincher, normal depth at first. Breaking ball, hit down to Quillisi. Frank up with it. That'll do it. Dodgers out in order, and the score at the end of an inning and a half. Dodgers nothing, Twins nothing.
The new Dodge and Fargo trucks work harder and longer for you.
And now, another message from Chrysler. September 26, 1962, Chrysler Canada Limited announced the 5-year or 50,000-mile powertrain warranty. These cars carried it, the 1963 Chrysler-built cars. Today, many of these cars have new car warranty left. Think of this when you're buying a new 1966 car. Think of still having warranty protection in 1968, 69, or even 70. Makes sense to buy a car or truck from Chrysler.
Twins first base coach Jim Lemon, and also batting coach, had this to say about the Twins and the 3 losses in Los Angeles.
I would say probably a club in the American League or National League has a park in which they like to hit in best, and also a park that they dislike to hit in. I think our ball club, player for player, would say that we do not like to hit in Dodger Stadium, and it's proved that we didn't do it all year against the Angels. And our ball club is not down, and by gosh, it's this ballpark we like to hit in, so I hope we score some runs.
The pitch to Batty, high and away, ball 1. 1-0 to Earl. On the corner. Batty has 2 hits in the series, 2 RBIs. His sore neck has improved considerably, although he is still having some trouble with his voice. Ball 2. Batty, Allison, and Mincher, the way the Twins stack up here in the second inning, no scores. Hit into left center field. Willie in a hurry. Dives, can't get it. The catch by Johnson as well. Batty is into second base, rounds the bag, keeps going, and Will can't handle the relay. Earl Batty had 2 triples during the regular season. Here's another one. Big play was cut by Johnson. So the Dodgers have Batty triple. Now the Twins trying to pick him up with nobody out. Bob Allison, Don Mincher, and Frank Quillisi. Strike. Osteen has not looked sharp at all. He has been high and away. He has been missing. And the Dodgers now have Howie Reed loosening up in the bullpen. In there, strike 2. Bob Allison is 2 for 9 in the series. There's Howie Reed in the bullpen. The infield is halfway up right now with nobody out. 1-2. Tough pitch to take when you have 2 strikes, but Allison was able to lay off it. 2-2 to Big Bob. Former fullback at Kansas. Right, breaking ball struck him out. 1 away. Don Minshew coming up.
Number 5, first baseman, Don Minshew.
Don Minshew has 3 hits in the series, a run batted in, a towering home run against Drysdale in the first game. The infield up on the left side, but Wills now goes to halfway. Batty at third. 1 out. No score, second inning. Roseboro wants to talk to Osteen and I also believe Pasuski. Pasuski, of course, has to know the pattern of pitching Minshew, whether the Dodgers expect Don to pull or not. And the way Pasuski is playing second base, you figure that Osteen will try to keep the ball away. Crowds him, first of all, ball 1. Off to his right as far as the hole on the right side of the infield is concerned. Yet all of the pitches, 2 of them to Minshew, have been well in on the fists. Pasuski shading him up the middle. Two and 1. Osteen touched up for a triple by Earl Batty. Struck out Allison as the count 2-1 to Don Minshew. Ground ball, foul. 2-2. Earl Batty at third. Willie Davis tried to make the diving catch and missed, and then the ball eluded the backup man, Lou Johnson. 2-2 to Don Minshew. Just outside. So Osteen, after pitching in tight to Minshew, tried to get the outside corner and missed. 3-2. Minshew trots to first. Batty holds at third, and Frank Quillisi coming up.
Second baseman, Frank Quillisi.
Quillisi has 3 hits, 1 RBI. Gilliam up and wide of the bag at third. Parker holding Mincher at first. Krasuski is up a little, and Will back to a normal depth. Ball one. On deck, pitcher Jim Grant. No score. The Twins threatening here in the second inning. One out, runners at first and third. A bunt, not a squeeze, and it was fouled away. What Quillisi was doing was bunting for a hit and trying to get Mincher over. Batty was not coming down from third. Earl anchored at the bag. But Quillisi just trying to get aboard. Mincher at first. Howie Reed still throwing back of Osteen in the Dodger bullpen. 1-1 to Frank Quillisi. Strike two on the inside corner at the knees. Osteen had 2 strikes on Allison and struck him out. 2 strikes on Mincher, but walked him. And comes right back with 2 strikes on Quillisi. One and 2. Foul ball. So Batty still at third. Mincher at first. 1 out. No score, second inning. Strike 3. So Frank Quillisi is caught looking. Second strikeout for Osteen. 2 down, runners at first and third, and Frank Grant coming out.
Number 33, pitcher Jim Grant.
Jim Grant. Good hitting pitcher. He's 1 for 5 in the series. Has hit a double. Fouled away. 0-1 to Jim Grant. Fouled away or first out of play, 0-2. This is the 62nd World Series, and it marks the 37th time the competition has been extended through at least 6 games. 17 times they've gone 7. Earl Batty at third, Don Mincher at first, 2 out, 0-2 to Jim Grant. So Osteen throwing a lot of strikes. 1-2. Mile-high pop fly. Wills back at Gilliam. Morey calling. That'll do it. No runs a hit. The Twins leave 2. And at the end of 2 innings of play, the Dodgers nothing, the Twins nothing.
Plymouth Belvedere.
There's something about a brand new, sparkling Plymouth Belvedere that sets a man a-dreaming. Fireball O'Hare, champion of the world's most grueling cross-country rallies, yet again sets out to smash records all across the country in his hot new Plymouth Belvedere. No test is too hazardous as Fireball meets every challenge. And who is once again the unbeatable champion? The unconquerable O'Hare and his hot new Belvedere Satellite. Yes, Plymouth Belvedere sets a man a-dreaming. But man, what dreams. And it's the kind of car that fits a young family's budget.
Remember, folks, for 66, there are two great Plymouths. The hot new Belvedere and the big new Fury.
Both cars are backed by Plymouth's famous warranty. Belvedere, Fury.
They're the greatest.
A reminder, television model's quest for kicks leads to murder tonight when Bob Hope presents the Chrysler Theater at 9, 8 Central Time. Introducing Melody Johnson, enchanting in her first starring role with special guest Mickey Rooney.
Batting seventh, number 8, catcher John Roseboro.
Third inning, no score in the ball game, and the Dodgers with Johnny Roseboro, Dick Tracewski, and Claude Osteen. Roseboro, 4 hits in the series, 3 RBIs. Breaking ball, popped out. Harmon Killebrew. Drops it! Well, it's one of those things. So Harmon Killebrew drops the easy pop fly. Roseboro aboard on the earth. And the batter will be Dick Tracewski.
Batting 8, number 44, second baseman Dick Tracewski.
Look at it again. Looked like Harmon just closed his glove a fraction of a second too soon. Ball 1. For the Twins, their 4th error of the series, the Dodgers have committed 5. Fastball, ball 2. Jim Merritt up again in the Minnesota bullpen. Ran through a lot of curveballs in the first 2 innings. Now 2 fastballs to Tracewski. And another, ball 3. Roseboro at first on the error. Nobody out in the 3rd. Strike. Almost. Here's Roseboro, held on by Minshew. We're in 1. Jim Grant bobbing and weaving out there, trying to hold Roseboro. Strike 2. So he's thrown 5 fastballs to Dick Tracewski, and they count 3-2. Now we'll see if the Dodgers play run and hit and whether they turn Roseboro loose. Full count, nobody out. Roseboro goes. Pitch is strike 3. The throw down, they double him easily. Well, let's take a look at that play. Roseboro going. And besides, I'll tell you one reason the Dodgers had that play on, because we know Walter Olson's thinking in this respect. Tracewski takes so many strikes But every time he can, he gives him the hit sign. And I'm sure he was playing run and hit, hoping that Krasuski would not take the third strike, and he took it anyway. 2 out. Strikeout number 1 for Jim Grant. 0-1 to Claude Osteen. Strike 2, and I mean, he's cut loose. That's the best fastball he's thrown. That one had a little something on it. 0-2. Fly ball into left field. Allison there. That's it. No runs, no hits, an error, nobody left. And at the end of 2.5 innings, the Dodgers nothing, the Twins nothing.
Swinging people, swinging car.
Swinging coronet
by Dodge. Coronet, such a beautiful, exciting car.
Swinging coronet.
How can a car be so exciting yet so practical? Room here, room there, room everywhere.
Swinging coronet.
And when you let it go, it goes zoom.
It's got the most in its class. It's by itself in its class.
Suddenly, all the others seem so.
Swinging coronet.
Your Dodge dealer sells it. Get with it.
Swinging coronet. Great new car just for you. Get into the swing. Swinging coronet by Dodge.
Coronet by Dodge.
1965 World Series game is being brought to you live and in color exclusively on NBC. Bottom of the third, and the Twins come up with Zoilo Versailles, Joe Nossick, and Tony Oliva. Versailles singles sharply to right field in the first inning for his 7th hit in the series. He has enjoyed a fine series. The Twins, no runs, 3 hits. The Dodgers, no runs, no hits. 4-1. Osteen has allowed 3 hits in 2 innings. In Los Angeles, he allowed 5 hits in 9 innings. 4-2. As we mentioned, he is anything but sharp. Jim Grant started off slowly, throwing a lot of breaking stuff. And last inning, Grant appeared to finally get loose and threw hard. Very high. The Ford struggling, 3-0 the count. On the clock. Zoilo checking with Billy Martin. 3-1. Walter Olson watching his Rude. Drive to left, but hooking down the line, foul and out of play. Full count is Zoilo. Just missed, and Osteen comes down off the mound. Ball 4.
Number 24, Joe Nossick.
So Versailles, who singled in the first inning, now walks, and the batter is Joe Nossick, who hit into a double play by way of the mound. Time call for a moment. The left field foul line umpire motioning to some fans in left center, and whatever it is, it's straightened away. It's National League umpire Eddie Sudol. Gilliam up even with the bag at third. A pitch out, and he almost threw it away. So Versailles at first base, and Osteen almost wild pitched him. Ed Vargo, the plate umpire, takes his mask off and is listening to first base umpire Ed Hurley, who hollered something down to him. Now Vargo turns to talk to Johnny Roseborough. 1 ball and no strikes to count to Joe Nelson. Versailles goes, a ground ball to Wills. He has to go to first base. So that would have been another double play ball, except Versailles was gone. So Zorlo at second base. Take a look at the Minnesota infield play. There he goes. So the Twins move Zorlo over to second base, and with 1 out, Tony Oliva and Harmon Killebrew back to back. Oliva single to left in the first inning, grounding one through the hole. No score in the third. Fouled away. Wills is bird-dogging Versailles down there at second base, and in doing so, opens up a considerable hole on the left side of the infield, and Oliva likes to go that way. So Maury is a man in motion at short, bird-dogging Versailles, and then trying to get back to his position before the pitch is made. Now the Dodgers have Krasuski do it to keep Wills more or less steady at short. Time call. Osteen in trouble in each of the first 3 innings. Bluff. Little ground ball to Gilliam. He holds Versailles, throws Oliva out. So 2 down, and here is Harmon Killebrew. Harmon embarrassed by dropping the little pop fly, but it was wiped out immediately when Roseborough was nailed after Krasuski struck out. Killebrew, as a batter, hit into a force play in the first inning. Versailles at second, 2 out, and now Krasuski wandering near the bag to cut down Zorlo's lead. Gilliam deep at third. Strike. It's a modified shift. They play Killebrew to pull so much the second baseman fills up the middle. There you see it. Ground ball to Wills. Long throw to Parker. That'll do it. No runs, no hits, a man left. And so at the end of the third inning, the score. The Dodgers nothing, the Twins nothing. We pause now for station identification. Friends, reminder about this great game of ours. With America's population growing, baseball attendance grows at an even faster rate. The National League alone has played to over 48 million fans in the past 4 years, and this year's attendance setting an all-time record. The Commissioner of Baseball and the American and National Leagues want to take this opportunity to thank the millions of fans who have made this success possible.
Number 30, Maury Wills.
fourth inning, no score in the ball game. Maury Wills, Jim Gilliam, and Willie Davis. Jim Grant, on 2 days' rest, had retired 9 in a row. Wills rolled out to Mincher, his first trip. Fastball. Killebrew in on the grass at third. Mincher up inside the bag at first. One and one. But Grant right now must be happy with his fastball. He's really staying with it. In the second inning, he threw nothing but curves. There's a breaking ball. Hit down there Visayas. Throws him out. So all Jim Grant has done is retired 10 straight. Although, in a sense, Roseboro got aboard on the error, he was immediately wiped out. Gilliam flied to left in the first inning. Fouled away. It's interesting to note that so far the Dodgers have not tried to bunt even once, which is perhaps the biggest surprise so far of the day. Pop fly, back of first, Mincher and Quillisi, with Quillisi calling. In foul ground. 2 out. Willie Davis coming up. Here were his thoughts prior to the start of the game.
Well, the second time around here, the first time we were here, I was, I had a bad day, bad 2 days, you might say, because I was going for the long ball. But this time, I think I'll change it a little bit, just like we changed our style of play in L.A., and just go for the single.
He lined out to center in the first inning. Fouled off third. Killebrew over. No play. The Dodgers said for publication when they left Los Angeles that they would not let the smaller ballpark here at Metropolitan Stadium change their attack. But they have. They're swinging away. And it's no score in the fourth with 2 out. Ground ball to Don Mincher. That'll do it. So the score at the end of 3.5 innings of play. The Dodgers nothing, the Twins nothing.
Have a ball in a Valiant sedan. Get out, have fun in a Valiant sedan. There's room for everyone and more in a Valiant sedan.
Raise the roof in a Valiant convertible. Get out and go in a Valiant convertible. Feel the fresh breeze blow in a Valiant convertible. Live it up in a Valiant hardtop. Get out and swing in a Valiant hardtop. Now's the time for a fling in a Valiant hardtop.
And remember, nobody beats Valiant for value.
Bottom of the fourth inning, no score, and enjoying this beautiful Minnesota weather and the 6th game of the World Series, the commissioner of baseball, Ford Frick. No score, but the Twins have been on the attack all day. Earl Batty tripled to open up the second, but stayed there. Strike. No runs, 3 hits for the Twins. No runs, no hits for the Dodgers. Strike 2. Both pitches, as you saw, down and away. The Dodgers play Batty to go the other way, which is one reason why he tripled into left center. Willie Davis was playing in toward right center. Now he's playing him straight away. Ball one. Osteen has allowed 2 singles and a triple and walked 2 in 3 innings, but no score. Fouled away. Bouncer to Trasuski. Bad hop. That ball took a rough hop. It did not come up for Trasuski. He is going to get an error anyway. Let's take another look at it. So Trasuski an error. Error on each side. And here's Bob Allison, who struck out in the 2nd inning. Fly ball down the right field line. Fairly a long way to come. The ball slicing away foul and in the crowd. Billy Martin, perhaps hanging out aside. Oh, and 2. Osteen with the count 0-2. Got it right down the middle. So the Twins on an error and a home run are leading 2-0. And the batter is Don Minshew. Ball one. Only once in the 5 preceding games did the club scoring first not win. Only once. That's when Fairley homered, and then Minshew homered to tie, and the Twins went on to win. Right, 1-1. So Osteen got 2 pitches down and away for strikes, and then got one right down the middle. Howie Reed loosening up again in the Dodger bullpen. Ground ball to Trasuski. Juggle, picks it up, throws, gets him. One away, Frank Quillisi the batter. For Bob Allison, that's his 2nd extra base hit of the series. He had a double, and he now has 2 runs batted in. Ball one. Quillisi struck out in the 2nd inning. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Twins. No runs, no hits for the Dodgers in the 4th. Ball 2. Ball 3. there, 3-1. Minnesota 2, Dodgers nothing, bottom of the fourth. Ball 4. Osteen having a lot of problems, and here comes Walter Alston. As sharp as he was in Los Angeles, he is the other way today. Howie Reed in the bullpen. One out, and Jim Grant, the pitcher, is out. So Alston will let the left-hander stay in. And Jim Grant, who has turned in a tremendous 4 innings, gets a round of applause while Howie Reed loosens up in the Dodger bullpen. Jim Grant has allowed one man to get aboard, but not of his own doing. Roseboro hit a little pop fly dropped by Killebrew. And he has been humming the ball the last 2 innings of the 4 he's worked. Tranquility at first. Grant, a good hitter, popped out in the second inning. Little hopper to Gilliam. He has to go to first base, so that gets the man over. So Frank Quillisi at second base with 2 out, and here comes Zoilo Versalles. He singled and walked. He has 4 RBIs in the series. Minnesota 2, trying to get another. Quillisi at second base with 2 out. High pop fly, Will's calling. That's it. The Twins get 2 runs on 1 hit, an error, and leave 1. And the score at the end of 4 innings of play. Minnesota 2, the Dodgers nothing.
Meet a man who's going places. A kind of man who owns and drives a big new 66 Plymouth Fury. Fury has a roomy action-styled interior. Fury, a big action car. A big luxury car. With a smooth big car torsion air ride. Clean, crisp lines. Real easy to handle. With a performance choice up to the new 440 cubic inch Commando V8. Nothing goes like Fury, the big new action car. A man's kind of car. The big new Plymouth Fury 466. The kind of car you'll want to take the long way home in. Fury is backed by Plymouth's famous warranty. Belvedere. Fury.
They're the greatest.
Fifth inning, 2-0 Minnesota. Jim Grant, for 4 innings, has not allowed a hit. He'll pitch to Ron Fairley, Lou Johnson, and Wes Parker. Fastball, fouled away. Fairley lined out to Joe Nossick in the second inning. Curveball hit up the middle by Quillisi into center field. So the fastball was fouled away, and the curveball was hit into center field, and that's the first Dodger hit. And it brings up Lou Johnson.
Number 41, Lou Johnson.
Lou saw a lot of curves his first time up, and then was jammed by a fastball and fouled out to Don Mincher, the first baseman. Curveball hit down to third. Killebrew to Quillisi. Back to first, not in time. Fairly rolling Quillisi out of the play at first. Wes Parker, the batter. Here are his thoughts about the pressure of a long year.
Well, counting spring training, I guess we've played over 200 ball games now, and we're coming right down to the last game, so I, for one, hope this thing will end today. I know it's been pretty tough for me to get my sleep at night ever since about the last 2 weeks of the pennant race, so if for no other reason, I'd like to end it today to get a good night's rest.
High fly ball, slicing foul, out of play. Allison over to take a look. Minnesota, 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. The Dodgers, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 error. We're in the 5th inning. Lou Johnson at first base with 1 out. 0-1 to Wes Parker. Parker rolled out to Quillisi in the 2nd inning. Fastball missed. 1-1. Ball 2. Jim Rand coming back on 2 days rest, trying to keep the Twins alive, and they're leading 2-0 in the 5th. Curve over. 2-2. Grant has excellent control. He's not walked a batter. He's been right on the plate. Fastball hit down to Quillisi. Frank has to go to first. Johnson moving into second base. So with 2 out, Johnny Roseboro the batter.
Number 8, John Roseboro.
Roseboro hit the little pop fly dropped by Killebrew. The Twins are watching Grant very closely, and they have Jim Merritt up again. Ball 1. Young left-hander was throwing at the start of the game, again in the 3rd and now in the 5th. But Grant trying to do it himself. Curve high, ball 2. Minnesota 2, Dodgers nothing, 5th inning, 2 out. That's Lou Johnson at second base. Fastball, and a good one. Jim has 1 strikeout. Struck out Pasuski looking on a 3-2 pitch. Fastball, foul back. Lou Johnson at second base. Missed with the fastball, a little high, ball 3. Jimmy wanted that one. He was heading for the dugout. Full count, 2 out, 5th inning, 2-0 Minnesota. Lou Johnson at second base, Dick Trasuski on deck. The Twins in the 4th inning had Earl Batty reach first on an error by Trasuski, and with the count no balls and 2 strikes, Bob Allison hit a 375-foot home run to put the Twins in front. Three and 2. Strike 3 ball, fastball. No runs, a hit, a man left. And the score at the end of 4.5 innings of play. The Twins 2 and the Dodgers nothing. The second half of today's World Series game is brought to you by the Gillette Safety Razor Company.
A new kind of shave.
A new kind of shave you can only get when you shave all the way with Gillette. Only Gillette has the Slim Twist razor. Looks great, feels great.
This slim molded handle gives you better grip, better balance, better control. This trim head makes shaving those hard-to-reach places so much easier. The Slim Twist opens one-handed. Insert a precision-made Gillette blade with the other hand. Twist again, the blade is locked in perfectly. Only Gillette blades and razors were made for each other. You get
a new kind of shave you can only get when you shave all the way with Gillette.
Now is the time to get your new Gillette Slim Twist razor, complete with Gillette blades, in this handy slim case. Only $1.49.
The total's up to here for the Twins, 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, they've left 5. The Dodgers, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, they have left 1. As we go to the bottom of the 5th inning for more play-by-play, the voice of the Minnesota Twins, Ray Scott.
Thank you, Vin Scully, and hi again, everybody. The Twins in the 5th inning will have the 2, 3, and 4 batters, Joe Nosick, Tony Oliva, and Harmon Killebrew. Against left-hander Claude Postine, Nosick is grounded into a double play, thrown out by the shortstop. Foul back out of play for strike 1. The Twins have posed at least a mild threat in every inning. In the first inning, had 2 singles but failed to score as the Dodgers came up with a double play. Had a runner at third with no outs in the second, Batty with a triple and failed to score. Didn't get the curve that time, strike 2. In the same second inning, Twin runners at first and third with 1 out and did not score. In the third inning, Versailles is at second with 1 away, and Claude Postine again pitched out of trouble. But in the fourth, as Vin told you, after the error on Batty's grounder, Allison's homer, and the Twins lead 2-0. Low this time to Nosick, ball 1, strike 2. The Twins have already left 5 on base. Near first, the pop-up in foul territory, Wes Parker. 1 away. This 1965 World Series game is being brought to you live and in color exclusively on NBC. The batter is Tony Oliva. Single to left in the first inning for his 4th World Series hit, grounded out third to first in the third. Foul back. Postine has allowed but 1 earned run to the Twins in 13 1/3 innings of World Series pitching. Good outside at the knees, 1-1. Dodger pitching has been so exceptional that when the Twins scored in the 4th inning, it was their first score after 16 1/3 scoreless innings. Long run by the left fielder Johnson, but it's into the seats foul. Ball 1, strike 2. the moment, both bullpens are quiet. That's Harmon Killebrew in the background in the on-deck circle. Dodger outfield shading Oliva toward left. One hop liner to Wills, 2 down. Here's Harmon Killebrew, hitless and 2 at bats. Hit into a force out in the first inning and grounded out short to first in the third. Killebrew's had 5 hits in the series. Didn't get the breaking ball. Many people, of course, think of the Twins as a power ball club, home run hitting ball club. Here in Metropolitan Stadium in 1965, the Twins hit fewer home runs than the opposition. Off-speed pitch low to Killebrew, 1-1. The Twins hit 67 home runs in this ballpark in 81 games. Their American League opponents hit 89. Fastball high, ball 2, strike 1. Osteen has walked 3. To the second baseman, Krzyzewski. Osteen has his first 1-2-3 inning, and so at the end of the 5th inning, the score, Minnesota 2, the Dodgers nothing.
Stop. Using a stainless steel blade, getting a good shave, the best possible shave. You sure? When you bought it, the stainless steel blade was one of the best in the world. Today, you might as well forget it. It and every other ordinary stainless steel blade. Thanks to this, the Gillette Super Stainless, the totally new Gillette Super Stainless blade. What makes it so much better than ordinary stainless steel blades? A new high-chrome stainless steel that takes and holds an incredibly sharp edge. And a smooth new coating more effective than anything else discovered. The result? Miracle edges and a cleaner, closer, more comfortable shave. So don't buy just another stainless steel blade. Make it super stainless. Gillette Super Stainless with the miracle edges. Your shave will last longer. So will the blade.
Secret agents Robert Culp and Bill Cosby find themselves targets for the Blue Dragon Society, a sort of Oriental mafia, but twice as deadly on I Spy. Tonight at 10, 9 Central Time. In the Dodgers' 6th inning, Dick Krzyzewski, the second baseman and number 8 batter. Then the pitching spot. We say pitching spot because right now we have noticed the Dodgers have a right-hander throwing again in the bullpen. And then the leadoff batter and shortstop, Maury Wills. 2-0, the Twins lead, start of the 6th. Fouled away. Krzyzewski called out on strikes in the 3rd inning. Grant has allowed 1 hit, a ground single to center by Fairley in the 5th inning. The curve is belted into left field. Allison fires the ball back to the infield, and Krzyzewski is on. Willie Crawford will bat for Osteen. And in the bullpen, about his 3rd time up in the game, right-hander Howie Reed will apparently be the new Dodger pitcher when the Twins bat in the 6th. Crawford has been up 1 time in the series as a pinch hitter, and he singled. Willie Crawford. So Osteen will depart after working 5 innings and allowing 2 runs, 1 of them earned. Twins have Killebrew in a half step at 3rd. Fastball for a strike. fastball. The Twins have yet to come up with a double play in the series. Fastball just inside, ball one, strike two. A double play in terms of grounding into a double play. Ball two, 2-2. In addition to Howie Reed, left-hander Ron Peranowski is also warming for the Dodgers, and for the Twins, Jim Merritt is up again, and with him, right-hander Alan Worthington. Ball two, strike two, pinch hitter Willie Crawford. Strikeout. Third strikeout for Grant. And with one down in the Dodgers' sixth inning, here's Maury Wills. He is grounded out twice. Still has the most hits in the series, 10. Killebrew will again move in tight at third. Quillisi, the second baseman, well up. Versailles is a bit more than halfway, and Mincher, of course, holds with a runner. Foul back. I think Wills wanted to go to left field with that one. Strike one. Dodgers sixth inning, the Twins lead 2-0 on Bob Allison's two-run homer. Time call. Strike two. Grant today on occasion has thrown some of the best fastballs I've ever seen him throw. A two-strike count on Wills. Krasuski on first. One out. Base hit to center. Krasuski stops at second. So Wills has his 11th hit of the series. And the Dodgers have their first big threat of the game, with two on and only one out, and the batter, Jim Gilliam. Wills right now within one of equaling Twin coach Billy Martin's record of most hits in a six-game World Series. Martin had 12. Gilliam has flied to left and fouled out to the second baseman. Outfield shaded a little bit to the right. Right. Turned that one over a couple of times. Just a little spin on that one. Jim Gilliam has knocked in 2 runs in the series. Wills is on first, and Krasuski is on second. Pop-up. Versailles is back. Allison on. The shortstop calls. Infield fly. 2 down.
Number 3.
So Grant not bothering to waste any pitches with 2 strikes on the batter. Just concentrating on throwing strikes. Here's Willie Davis. Line to center and grounded out to the first baseman unassisted. There are 2 Dodger base runners. Krasuski at second. Wills on first. 2 out. 6th inning. Twins leading 2-0. strike. Grant, in 19 2/3 innings of World Series pitching, has walked only 2. Just off the outside edge, 1-1. Right side of the infield deep. Nossick, the center fielder, perhaps 2 steps toward right. That time he gave him the breaking ball, and it's 1-2. Davis, 6 hits in the series. Center fielder Joe Nossick in position. The Dodgers are out and leave 2 on. And so at the end of 5.5 innings, the score is the Twins 2 and the Dodgers nothing.
Wow! Who's been using my right guard?
Uh-oh.
I confess.
Me too, Daddy. Relax, Harry. There's an extra one downstairs, and I've got right guard on my shopping list.
Right Guard Power Spray Deodorant is just right for the whole family because nothing touches you but the spray itself. 2 seconds gives you 24-hour protection. Ready to use, so quick, so easy. Right Guard's cool, refreshing mist gives complete coverage, dries on contact, keeps you shower fresh for 24 hours. Pleasant for delicate skins.
Such a nice, clean fragrance.
Right Guard always starts fresh as a shower spray, gives complete coverage. Gillette Right Guard is ideal for the whole family. Remember, nothing touches you but the spray itself. Buy Right Guard in this new decorator container.
Before the start of today's game, Twins catcher Earl Batty was asked if the Twins were down as a result of losing 3 in a row in Los Angeles.
No, I don't think our club was down because we've lost 3 games in a row. All year we've been fighting back after losing a couple of games, and the ball club has been playing pretty good under pressure. And I think being back in our own ballpark is bound to help us.
A new Dodger pitcher takes over. Claude Osteen works 5 full innings, is reached for just 4 hits, struck out 2, walked 3. One of the 2 Twin runs was earned, the other was not. Howie Reed appeared in one earlier game in the series, worked just an inning and a third, struck out 1, didn't allow any hits, didn't walk anybody. In the regular season, well, we'll get it in a moment. The Dodger right-hander in the regular season worked in 38 games, won 7, lost 5, 78 innings, allowed 73 hits, and had a 3.12 earned run average. As Reed warms up, we remind you that this 1965 World Series game is being brought to you live and in color, exclusively on NBC. For the Twins, Earl Batty, Bob Allison, and Don Mincher are scheduled to face Howie Reed as the Twins lead 2-0. Batty tripled in the second to lead off that inning, but was stranded. Safe on an error in the 4th inning and scored on Allison's follow-up homer. Strike. Looks like Reed's slider on the outside corner. High. 1-1. A great play by Parker, and on to Reed. Wes Parker with one of the finer fielding plays of the series. Look at that one again. A great play by Parker. Parker kept Batty from coming up with conceivably a two-base hit, although Batty's not very fast. The Dodger right fielder would have had a long way to go. So one away. Here's Bob Allison, struck out in the second and hit a two-run homer in the fourth. Breaking ball low, ball one. The man at the plate right now came up with perhaps the fielding gem of the series. Fastball low and away, ball two. In the second game of the series, played here at Metropolitan Stadium, Allison came up with a great catch in left field that most of the folks here at the ball game felt turned the game all around, and the Twins went on to win. Strike, 2-1. The left fielder now has the difficult field to play as far as the sun is concerned, and the shortstop and third baseman on anything hit in the air. Strike two. Reed concentrating on keeping the ball away from Allison. The count was no balls and 2 strikes with Osteen pitching when Allison homered. You can see the way the shadows are here and the way the Dodger infield is playing Allison. Ball 3. Full count. Backstop, but Allison will be satisfied with a walk. The announcement being flashed on the scoreboard that today's paid attendance is 49,578, and that's a new stadium record. For the Twins, walk number 4. Mincher walked in the second and grounded out second to first in the fourth. 3 hits in the series. Twins 2, Dodgers nothing. Bottom half of the 6th inning, Allison on first with 1 out. Right-hander Howie Reed on in relief of Claude Osteen. Ball 1. Twins bullpen now. The Twins had switched to right-hander Johnny Klipstein. Dodger outfield playing Mincher strictly as a full hitter. Ball 2. Johnny Klipstein in the Twins bullpen. Let-up delivery in for a strike, and it's 2-1. The announcement on the bulletin board concerning the attendance. Dodger first baseman Wes Parker not holding with Allison. Foul. 2-2. To my knowledge, manager Sam Ely has made no definite statement concerning who will pitch the 7th game, if there is one. And Walter Alston has made no public announcement concerning his plans for tomorrow. Although I think a few broad guesses might be in order as far as the Dodgers are concerned. 2-2 to Minchell. Foul. Into the Twins' dugout and out. Gillian is well off the line at third. 3-2. Now we'll see if Allison is going. First base coach Jim Lemon there. Allison stole 10 bases in the regular season. He's going. Strike 3. Safe. Maury Wills debating the call by umpire Tony Benson. Dick Krasuski standing by. Let's watch it again. So with 2 down, Allison at second base. And here is Frank Quillisi with first base open and Jim Grant scheduled to bat next. That was Reed's first strikeout. Quillisi called out on strikes in the second, walked in the fourth. Roseboro to the mound. The Twins leading by 2-0. Put him on, says the manager. Jim, being the forgetful type, could I ask you a statement I think you made at the start of the game? No team has ever won 4 in a row after losing the first 2 games. Is that right?
That's right, Ray. The Dodgers in 1955 lost the first 2 games of the series and came on to win it, but they did not win 4 in a row. And then the Dodgers of 56 won 2 in a row, and then the Yankees came back to win it, but again, not 4 in a row.
Ball 4 to Frank Quillisi. Here's Jim Grant. Pitching with 2 days rest, Grant has shut out the Dodgers through 6. 6 times at bat for the Dodgers. With a bat in his hand, he has popped up and grounded out. He has 1 hit in the series. It was a double. He had 1 game this season when he knocked in 4 runs. Dodgers center fielder Willie Davis playing Grant 5, 6 strides toward right. Allison on second, Quillisi on first, 2 out. Deep. This is hit deep. Home run. Look at this one again. Twin statisticians have a method by which they give an approximate distance for a home run. And they tell us that one was hit 392 feet. I don't think I need to add, it is Jim Grant's first World Series homer. The Twins lead 5-0 in one of the more dramatic backfires as far as strategy is concerned, when Reed appeared to hang a breaking ball. Here is Versailles. Single, walk, popped up. Strike one. Innumerable statistics are kept concerning World Series play, of course. Strike two. And Jim right now, acting for both of us, is scanning through all of the myriad of statistics that are kept on World Series play to see if there's a department that reads home runs hit by a pitcher. We'll have to perhaps leave it for another time. 2 strikes on Versailles. Low, and it's 1-2. Strikeout for Reed. The Twins are out, but score 3 times. And so at the end of the 6th inning, the score is the Twins 5 and the Dodgers nothing. We pause now for station identification.
This is the CBC Television Network.
As we watch these major leaguers, the best at their profession, we could pass along a thought here that there is no single training ground from which will come the big leaguers of tomorrow, and because of that, baseball must see to it that it contributes to the rapid growth which the game currently enjoys. And this is a responsibility which professional baseball in this country both welcomes and respects. In the Dodgers' 7th inning, with the Twins leading 5-0, using exclusively the long ball, Allison's 2-run homer, the Twins' 5th of the series, and Grant's 3-run homer, number 6 for the Twins in this series. Fairley is 1 for 2. He's singled for the first hit off Grant in the 5th inning. First time up in the 2nd, sent a fly ball to center. 5-0 the Twins on 5 hits to 3. Fouled away, strike 2. Fastball high, 1-2. Grant has 3 strikeouts to his credit today. He has issued no walks. Deep to right center. Nossick and a lever back. It is a home run for Fairley, his 2nd of the series. And the Dodgers break through. It is 5-1.
Number 41, Lou Johnson.
Ron Fairley gets his 10th hit, 2nd home run. Here is Lou Johnson, hitless and 2 at bats. He is fouled out and grounded into a force out. The home run by Fairley, the Dodgers' 4th hit of the game, accidentally fouled back for strike 1. And Fairley's home run traveled over 400 feet. It landed in the Twins' bullpen. High and tight, 1-1. over his head. Ball 2 and strike 1. And Grant could well be tiring, and understandably so. Now, 2 and 2. The Dodgers have left 3 men on. In the 5th inning, 1. And in the 6th, 2. Foul back off the breaking ball. Still 2 and 2. Out on the curveball. Grant gets his 4th strikeout. 1 Dodger retired in the 7th inning, and here is Wes Parker. In the Dodger bullpen, veteran left-hander Johnny Padres. For the Twins, it is again Al Worthington and Jim Merritt. Parker twice has sent grounders to second baseman Frank Quillisi and has been thrown out. Grant. 2 down. Here's the Dodger catcher, Johnny Roseboro. Safe when his pop-up was dropped by Killebrew in the 3rd for an error. Called out on strikes in the 5th inning.
Number 8, Don Oswald.
Right. Padres and Karanowski again. Fastball inside at the letters, 1 and 1. The Twins, the right-hander is Worthington, the left-hander is Merritt. Base hit to left. 2nd hit of the inning and 5th of the game off Grant. Roseboro just content to go with the outside pitch, and with 2 down in the 7th and a run in on Fairley's 400-foot-plus homer, the batter is Krasuski. Called out on strikes and slapped a curveball into left for a base hit in the 6th inning. It was Krasuski's 2nd hit of the Strike 2. A little high for 1 and 2. First base umpire, Ed Hurley, was pointing to something. Apparently just incidental because no delay in the play. 2 and 2. As Vin Scully pointed out, the Twins had activity in the bullpen from the very start of the game. Lefty Jim Merritt was up when the game started. Center fielder Joe Nossick. The Dodgers are out. 1 man is left, and a run is scored. And so at the end of 6.5 innings, the score, Minnesota 5, the Dodgers 1.
Not long ago, the stainless steel blade was one of the best razor blades you could buy. Today, you might as well forget it. It and every other ordinary stainless steel blade. Because of this, the Gillette Super Stainless, the totally new Gillette Super Stainless blade. The new Gillette Super Stainless is better than any other blade you've ever used because of two things. A new high-chrome stainless steel that takes and holds an incredibly sharp edge, and a smooth new coating, more effective than anything else discovered. The result? Miracle edges and a cleaner, closer, more comfortable shave. So don't buy just another stainless steel blade. Make it super stainless. Gillette Super Stainless with the miracle edges. Your shave will last longer. So will the blade.
This Sunday, NBC will present 3 regional American Football League games. The Buffalo Bills will face the Kansas City Chiefs. The San Diego Chargers will meet the Boston Patriots. And the Denver Broncos and the Houston Oilers meet at Denver. That's AFL football live, mostly in color and exclusively on NBC. Check your local listings for the game and time in your city. In the 7th inning, the Twins leading the Dodgers 5-1 and seeking to extend the series to 7 games will send up the center fielder Nossick, the right fielder Oliva, and the third baseman Killebrew. Nossick is hitless in 3 trips today, 4 hits in the series. High and inside, ball 1. Ball 2 outside. Reed is scheduled to bat first in the Dodger 8th inning. Strike 2-1. Strike 2. Dodger pitchers have walked 5. 2 of those walks scored on Grant's homer. The Dodgers have committed 1 error. That error was cashed when Allison followed with a home run. Strikeout. The 3rd for Reed. 5th for Dodger pitching. Here is Tony Oliva. A single in 3 at-bats.
Tony Oliva.
Twins leading 5-1, last of the 7th. Jim Cott would be a possibility for tomorrow if the series goes to 7 games for the Twins pitching choice. Pasquale a possibility. Jim Merritt. Don Drysdale will probably be the Dodger pitcher. Ball 1 to Oliva. But a winter's rest follows the 7th game of the World Series, so as has been said so often, everybody could get the call tomorrow. Ball 2. Right, 2-1. Strike 2. 2-2. 1 out, none on. This is the Twins' 7th inning. Twins are leading 5-1. Twin right-hander Dave Boswell working in the Twins bullpen, and for the Dodgers, it's Bob Miller. In the right center field, Fairley fires back to the infield, and Oliva has his 2nd hit of the game and 5th of the series. With 1 out, here is Killebrew. Well, the Twins hit number 6. Kilbrew is hitless in 3 trips today. Ball 1. The only shadow in the playing area right now is deep in the right field corner. Howie Reed came on in the 6th inning and has given up 3 runs. Maury Wills, Lou Johnson after this foul, and it's Wills, 2 down. With Oliva on first and 2 out, to the plate comes Earl Batty. He is tripled, walked, and was retired on a brilliant fielding effort by first baseman Wes Parker. The Twins catcher concentrates on just meeting the ball. So he chokes up a couple of inches. Strike. Center field, Willie Davis a long way, fairly there, and fairly makes the grab. The Twins are out, 1 man left. So at the end of the 7th inning, the score, the Twins 5 and the Dodgers 1.
You wouldn't think of buying a hat too small, or a coat too big. You wouldn't use clubs too long, or a gun too short. You insist your mask fits tight. Your ball weighs right, but what about your pen? Huh, never thought about your pen, did you? But size counts there, too. Size makes writing easy or hard, cramped or comfortable. That's why Papermate designs the 3 different size, shaped, and weighted pens in the Papermate Profile Trio. That one's the slim, light, responsive, smart. That's the husky, real heft and weight, masculine. And the regular, average size and weight, the one most people like. 3 pens, 3 sizes, shapes, and weights. The Papermate Profile Trio. Pick the one that's right for you.
Seven inning totals for the Twins: 5 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. The Dodgers: 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error. With Howie Reed due to bat, Wally Moon gets the call. The veteran Dodger has batted once in the series and failed to hit. In the regular series, 89 at-bats, 18 hits, 4 extra base throws, 3 doubles, a homer, 11 runs batted in. Strike 1. Grant has struck out 4. He has issued no walks. Time called by the plate umpire. Just missing on the knees, 1 and 1. Plate umpire Ed Fargo took a couple of steps toward the Dodger dugout. Apparently one of the Dodger players was sitting up on the top step and he's asking to move. Ball 2 and 1. The only wind we've had today, about 5 miles an hour, has been blowing in toward home plate. Strike 2 and 2. Grant allowed no hits the first 4 innings, 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th. sliders and a full count. Foul back. I'm sure you've noticed Grant wastes no time at all. He's always a threat to pitch a game in about 2 hours. He'll fittingly say, with the sort of stuff I have, I don't want to think about it too long. Just get the ball up to the plate. Second baseman Frank Quillisi, Dementia, 1 down. This Saturday, NBC will telecast one of the top college football games of the year. Undefeated Texas meets undefeated Arkansas in the NCAA Game of the Week. That's at 4 Eastern Time, 3 Central Time, live and in color, exclusively on NBC. And remember that before each college football game, the Bud Wilkinson NCAA preview show. Here is Maury Wills. Today, a single in 3 trips. In the series, 11 hits, and that's tops. Curve, foul, strike 2. Tony Oliva retrieving the ball. Twins devised a special inner defense against Wills for the series, but he has still managed to get 11 hits. Gilliam today, 0 for 3. He's fly to left, foul out, and popped up. Grant is really firing. To Versailles. Still got it. 1, 2, 3. So at the end of 7.5 innings, the score is the Twins 5 and the Dodgers 1.
See this man? He's using a stainless steel blade. Has since they were introduced. He thinks they're great. Yet, he'll never buy another one. No, he'll never buy another ordinary stainless steel blade because the Gillette Super Stainless is here. The totally new Gillette Super Stainless blade, made of a new high chrome stainless steel that takes and holds an incredibly sharp edge, with a smooth new coating more effective than anything else discovered. The result? Miracle edges and a cleaner, closer, more comfortable shave. So don't buy just another stainless steel blade. Make it super stainless. Gillette Super Stainless with the miracle edges. Your shave will last longer. So will the blade.
Moving into the last of the 8th, Twins with a 5-1 lead, and the third Dodger pitcher, right-hander Bob Miller, follows the starter Claude Osteen, who worked 5 innings. Reliever Howie Reed, who went 2. Miller will be appearing in his second game. He worked just a third of an inning. In the regular season, Miller appeared in 61 games, won 6, lost 7, 103 innings. Bob Allison will be the first man to face the Dodger right-hander, and Allison talked of the contrasting backgrounds between this ballpark and that in Los Angeles.
Well, to start with, the background in L.A. Is not quite as wide as the one that we have here at Metropolitan Stadium, and there are people who sit in the center field area in L.A. More or less kind of close this background up a little bit, and when the pitcher throws a little bit sidearm or throws a big breaking curveball, you will lose the pitch in the crowd. Now, of course, we don't have the problem here at Metropolitan Stadium because it's much wider, the background is much wider, and the crowd is not as close to the background.
In the last of the 8th, for the Twins, it will be after Allison, Don Mincher, and the second baseman, Frank Quillisi. Allison today has struck out, hit a 2-run homer, walked, and in the 6th inning, after drawing a walk, stole second, and along with Frank Quillisi, rode home on Jim Grant's 3-run homer. The Dodgers have hit 4 home runs in the series. The Twins have hit 6. Howie Reed worked 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, struck out 3, walked 2, and the 2 walks were costly because Jim Grant's homer came with those 2 men aboard, the men who had walked. Ball 1. Shallow right, Krzyzewski back, fairly on, one away. Krzyzewski grabbing the pop-up. Here's Don Mincher. Walked in the 2nd, grounded out in the 4th, called out on strikes in the 6th. 3 hits in the series, including a homer. In the Dodger 9th inning, Willie Davis, Ron Fairley, and Lou Johnson are the scheduled batters. Strike 1. The game started with a temperature of 54 degrees. The schedule to go up to about 60. Strike 2, fastball at the knees. High, 1 and 2. 6 Twins have been left on, 4 Dodgers. Second baseman Krzyzewski, 2 down. Here's Frank Quillisi. Called out on strikes in the 2nd, walked in the 4th, and drew an intentional walk in the 6th. It was in the 6th inning when manager Walt Austin, playing percentage baseball, ordered the walk to Quillisi, but then Jim Grant, with 2 on and 2 out, hit the first pitch to him from Reed for a 3-run homer. Ball 1. Lynn Scully did some digging and found out that Lou Burdette was the last pitcher to hit a home run in the World Series. He did it, I think he said 1958. Center fielder, Willie Davis. Twins are retired, 1, 2, 3. So at the end of the 8th inning, the score is the Twins 5 and the Dodgers 1.
Stop. Using a stainless steel blade, getting a good shave, the best possible shave. You sure? When you bought it, the stainless steel blade was one of the best in the world. To today, you might as well forget it. It and every other ordinary stainless steel blade. Thanks to this, the Gillette Super Stainless, the totally new Gillette Super Stainless blade. What makes it so much better than ordinary stainless steel blades? A new high-chrome stainless steel that takes and holds an incredibly sharp edge. And a smooth new coating more effective than anything else discovered. The result? Miracle edges and a cleaner, closer, more comfortable shave. So don't buy just another stainless steel blade. Make it super stainless. Gillette Super Stainless with the miracle edges. Your shave will last longer. So will the blade.
While the World Series, of course, brings the spotlight of sports directly on Metropolitan Stadium here in Minnesota, people in the game recognize that the place it enjoys in America is the result of a lot of contributing factors. College, high school baseball, a part of it. All of it bringing baseball to its current high degree of interest. A strike call to Willie Davis, who is 0 for 3 today. Jim Grant trying for his second win in the series, trying to bring the Twins even at 3 games apiece. Pop-up. Killebrew, foul territory. One away in the Dodger 9th inning. Here is Ron Fairley.
Number 6.
He has hit the ball hard 3 times. He has lined to center, singled to center, and hit a 400-foot-plus homer, his second home run of the series. He has 10 hits. Only Maury Wills has more, 11. This highly partisan Twins crowd at Metropolitan Stadium, you can just sense they're waiting to let out a roar as Jim Grant works the 9th inning. Hello, 1-1. On deck for the Dodgers, Lou Johnson. Ball 1, strike 2. Short. To first. 2 down in the Dodger 9th inning. The Twins with a 5-1 lead. And here is the left fielder, Lou Johnson, hitless in 3 trips. Foul back, strike 1. Jim Grant's 3-run homer not only gave the Twins a 5-0 lead at that moment, but it also limited, of course, very much what the Dodgers could do in the event they got men aboard. Foul, strike 2. Grant has struck out 5. He has issued no walks. Twins scoring on homers. Allison 2-run homer and Grant's 3-run belt. The Dodger run on a homer by Fairley, so it's long ball or no count. Foul, gave him the breaking ball. Grant went 5 innings last time out. Don Mincher, Earl Batty by the Twins dugout, but it's out of play. Count on Johnson. Just inside. Ball 1, strike 2. Grant thought he had a strike. I have never seen Grant really
what you could call beef about it, called by an umpire. He just usually do what he did there, grin and go back to work. Into left field, a base hit off the curveball. And Johnson has his first hit of the day. Hit number 6 for the Dodgers. And with 2 out, here's Wes Parker. Number 28 has hit the ball on the ground, twice to the second baseman, and in the 7th inning hit a high hopper that Grant speared and turned into an out at first. As Parker waits to bat, Twin shortstop Zoilo Versailles is at the mound with Grant. So the hits are all even at 6 apiece. That was Johnson's 7th hit in the series. Dementor, foul. Strike 1. Johnson returns to first. Some idle tossing in the Twins bullpen. This game and wins it, it means that every winning effort has been a complete effort. To the second baseman, to first. The ball game is over. The Twins have squared the series as Jim Grant receives congratulations from his teammates, manager Sam Neely, and the coaches. Grant wins his second game of the series. The Twins win 5-1. 5 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error for the Twins. 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error for the Dodgers. In a moment, we'll review the highlights of the game for you.
Here's a test to show you what Tame Cream Rinse can do. This girl rinsed half her hair with Tame. Tame is taken into the hair to condition it. This side without Tame tangles. Rinsed with Tame, tangle-free. Without Tame, dry, fly away. With Tame, manageable and shining. Yes, it's a shame to shampoo without Tame. Tame Cream Rinse.
For extra dry or color-treated hair, use extra conditioning Tame.
Now, another message from our sponsor. Dippity-doo.
You!
Dippity-doo.
For setting your hair.
Dippity-doo.
Rollers.
Dippity-doo.
Easy.
Dippity-doo.
No slips, no rips.
Dippity-doo. Dippity-doo. Dippity-doo.
Real body holds your set between shampoos.
Dippity-doo.
You.
For you.
As this record Metropolitan Stadium crowd wends their way homeward, we'll call in the voice of the Dodgers, Vin Scully, to summarize the 6th game of the World Series. Vin?
Thank you, Ray. And without a doubt, the man who stood tall, about 10 feet tall, in the middle of the Metropolitan Stadium infield was Jim Grant. The right-hander from Coochie, Florida, turned in one of the great efforts, and certainly just when his club needed it. The cold stats do not tell the story. For the Twins, 5 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error, they left 8. For the Dodgers, 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error, they left 5. For the Twins, they played their game. It was scoreless in the 4th. Earl Batty hit a ground ball to Dick Tracewski. Tracewski had trouble with it for an error. Then Osteen, who had been struggling anyway, got 0-2 to Bob Allison. And, of course, pitchers hate to give up a home run at any time, and particularly when they have the count their way. And with the count no balls and 2 strikes on Bob Allison, who had struck out in the 2nd inning, Osteen got a strike over the middle of the plate, and Allison hit it about 375 feet into the left center field bleachers, and the Twins were off and running. In the 6th inning, with 2 on and 2 out, just to really pinpoint his all-around performance today, Jim Grant then came up and hit a 3-run home run, and that, to all intents and purposes, iced
the game, and no pun intended, as it gets a little cool in Minnesota at the end of the day. The Dodger run, a home run by Ron Fairley, and it was all over 5-1 in favor of Minnesota. For Claude Osteen, the man who had never lost to Minnesota, he had won his first Major League game here at Metropolitan Stadium in 1961. Osteen today suffered his first defeat at the hands of the Twins. He is now 6-1 lifetime. The home run by Jim Grant sent everybody going through the record books to find out the last time a pitcher homered in the World Series. Well, the last time a National League pitcher hit a home run in the World Series, it was by Lou Burdette of the Milwaukee Braves in 1958 against the New York Yankees. And the last time an American League pitcher hit a home run in the World Series was 1920 by Jim Bagby of the Cleveland Indians against the Brooklyn Dodgers. So the Dodgers have come full tilt, and 45 years later, they're hit by another home run hit by a pitcher in the World Series. Tomorrow, it would appear as if Don Drysdale will go for the Dodgers. And for the Twins, it'll be the subject of many conversations tonight. Will Sam Mealy go with Camilo Pascual, who went 5 innings the other day at Dodger Stadium? Or will he go with Jim Merritt? Merritt, it would seem, almost pitched part of a game in the bullpen, back of his starting pitcher Grant today. And I would think before making up his mind, Mealy would want to be sure that Jim Merritt did not pitch a game down there in the bullpen. So the guessing game will continue throughout the night. The one thing we know, for the 18th time in 62 World Series, the two combatants go down to the last game. And our guess, it'll be Drysdale for the Dodgers, and we'll wait on Sam Mealy as to whether Jim Merritt, Camilo Pascual, or for all we know, a dark horse out of the shadows going to the mound. So the Twins are not only alive, they are dead even, 3-3. The Dodgers were unable to establish a precedent in the World Series. As we had pointed out earlier, no ball club has ever lost the first 2 games of a series and then won 4 consecutive. The Dodgers won 3 and then lost here at Metropolitan Stadium today. As far as someone who had watched the Dodgers all year, there was only one surprise in the entire ball game. And certainly it was not the home run by Jim Grant or the home run by Bob Allison or the home run by Ron Fairley. The only big surprise, and I'm sure it will be well written, would be in the first 3.5 innings when it was a scoreless ball game. The Dodgers did not try to bunt even once. Of course, once it got to be 2-0 and 5-0, they could no longer play their game. For the first 4 innings, it was rather startling to see a Dodger ball club that is in the series because of running and has won 3 games because of running. And it was interesting that when it came down to the 6th game of the World Series, they did not try to run. That is, in the first 4 innings, and then it was too late. So the Twins and the Dodgers are going steady into the 7th game of the World Series tomorrow. And Ray, just hope for both of us that the weatherman will allow it to be played to its conclusion and we can close up what should be an exciting 7th and final game of the series.
Well, you know, Ben, I have never been an expert on any subject, but if there's one subject that I am less an expert on than any other, it would be in the area of the weather. And I do think we should point out that the weatherman said that the weather would be as it was at the start of the game. Clear, about 55, it would go to 60. But, to the best of my knowledge, the last forecast I heard on the way to the ballpark said that heavy cloud cover would move in during the afternoon, and that then would follow the predicted rain. So let us hope that the weatherman has erred in the favor of a 7th game tomorrow because the heavy cloud cover has not materialized. The skies are still clear in the vicinity of the Twin Cities.
As Mark Twain said, everybody talks about the weather, but nobody does anything about it. But now, of course, in Texas, thanks to the Dome Stadium, they have done something about the weather. Well, this game is authorized under television rights granted by the Commissioner of Baseball solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Commissioner is prohibited. Any commercial or other use of the program, such as by charging admission for its showing, is similarly prohibited unless authorized in writing by the Commissioner. A record crowd at Metropolitan Stadium of 49,578 saw the Minnesota Twins beat the Dodgers 5-1. And now we'll be going to the 7th game of the World Series tomorrow, and of course that's the jackpot. Our guest, Don Drysdale for the Dodgers, and either Camilo Pascual or left-hander Jim Merritt for Minnesota. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 2:45 Eastern Daylight Time for the 7th and final game of this 1965 World Series, when your hosts, as today, again will be Gillette. the people who know men best, and Chrysler Corporation, famous for quality engineering. Today's host, Dodge, and your local Dodge dealer.
Secret Agent Robert Salt.
CBC Television Network.